I believe there are two major issues with self-development, and certainly ones that I've definitely gone through anyway, and probably still do to a certain extent. The first of which is having all this amazing knowledge and information, going from courses and watching videos and reading books and being inspired by people, and then not implementing that knowledge. I actually posted on Facebook today the fact that knowledge is not power; it's actually applied knowledge that's actually power. And I think actually one of the reasons why we don't implement knowledge that well, or maybe don't even implement our goals and dreams that well, for that matter, is for the second reason, which is sometimes it can feel very, very lonely. Often, it's still relatively unusual to be going along a personal development or self-development journey. It's not, I wouldn't say it's exactly mainstream. It's becoming more that way. The idea of developing ourselves, making ourselves more in some way, more complete, more whole, developing our greatness is becoming more mainstream, but it's still quite a lonely journey. It can feel very, very lonely in times, and that's what the importance of peer group. And what I realised very early on in my journey was that my peer group was really everything. It was one of the most important things that I had, and I'm so grateful for some of the peer groups that I've now created and developed. You see, back in the end of 2005, I was actually pretty miserable. I was running my own business. At least I was out of banking, so that was good. I'd done banking and been very successful at banking for 10 years, but it made me very, very miserable. And I unfortunately carried on that pattern of feeling unfulfilled for quite a few years while I was in business as well. At the end of 2005, I made a decision, and that decision was to go on a Tony Robbins course, Unleash the Power Within, in February 2016. And what I saw there was a possibility for change, the possibility to transform myself. I got very inspired and very motivated at that event. And above all, actually, I really saw the need for me to contribute, to be the difference, to not only work and transform myself, but also to take that message out to other people as well. How could I help them to be the very best of themselves? And I developed a bit of a mantra, which has sort of gone through my speaking, coaching and mentoring ever since, which is, how can I develop, discover and deliver my greatness and help others to do the same? What I discovered on that journey was, it was patchy implementation. It was sometimes I would learn things and really apply them incredibly powerfully, and other times not. I realised the importance of peer group in that. My peer group before I went on that Robbins course really wasn't great in terms of, it wasn't really supporting my ambitions and my desire to improve my life, to better myself, and to actually pursue a career that would make me feel fulfilled. So what I realised the importance of sharing my journey, I realised the importance of not feeling alone. It's why I carried on in the Robbins environment, went through the leadership journey, became a senior leader, and eventually very privileged to become a Tony Robbins trainer and to be part of one of the most outstanding peer groups that I believe exists in the world. I also realised the importance of really getting high quality mentoring from people that I felt aligned with, who had high integrity, that delivered great content, but also showed you how to implement that content as well. And also the importance of coaching, having someone that could help me see my blind spots, that could ask great questions of me, that could help me to uncover my own greatness. And it was very interesting because obviously early on when you're learning about mindset and self-development, particularly if you're a speaker and you want to speak about these things, initially you're kind of regurgitating what you've heard. You're reporting on things that you've done and things that you've seen. And that's great. And that's probably a place that we all would start. We're a reporter of what we've learned. And then we start to think about what it means for us and put our own twist on things, our own flavour on things. And what I found was that I was developing some new content, some interesting content, but I was like, where do I share this? Where are the platforms where I can actually go and speak? And I really just took any opportunity that I could to speak. I spoke at local groups, communities, anywhere that would have me as a speaker. I started to speak because, really social media and YouTube and all that type of thing wasn't really huge back then. It was developing, but I also really wanted to speak, have an opportunity to deliver content live as well. It's very different from doing videos. I then made a massive decision, which was to spend a lot of money. I spent $25,000 being mentored as a public speaker, and that then gave me a platform to deliver my content to large audiences. But I'm very aware that that is not really a possibility for many people out there. And above all, I guess, with all the skills and abilities I was developing and the knowledge, It was, how can I use that to help other people? How can I use that to contribute? How can I be a difference? How can my life matter? And really, all those reasons is why I've created the Limitless personal development community. It's an amazing peer group. It's going to be a community where you can share your journey of like-minded people who understand the journey you're going on, to have a peer group of amazing people, to have new friends who will support your journey and understand where you're coming from and going to. It's also going to be a community where you can get really, really high quality content delivered by experts that I know, like and trust, that I know have high integrity, that have great content that's going to be incredibly useful for you. And also they're going to show you how to implement it as well, which is absolutely vital. In fact, it's actually pointless if you have knowledge without being able to apply it in some way. The community is also going to provide group coaching, because I really, really think that having a coach, having the ability to see something maybe you haven't seen yourself, is absolutely vital. And you know what? Even if you can afford a great one-to-one coach, I still think that group coaching has incredible value, because it's a shared experience, understanding what others are going through. You know, certainly in Robin's events, I've learned so much from seeing other people being coached. So that's why group coaching is at the very heart of this community. It's also that platform that I always wanted for developing my expertise and sharing it with others, but also having a platform where you can speak, where you can deliver live content digitally, and we'll also be looking at having live events, actually real life events as well. But I'm very aware that it was a difficult journey to become a public speaker. And I really, really am very, very passionate about helping developing speakers and established speakers to have a platform to deliver their expertise in the service of others. We're also going to have community projects, Be the Difference projects, contribution at the very, very heart of this community. There's a certain number of projects that I'm very, very passionate about developing, and I can't do that by myself. I need your help. But also equally, there may be projects that you want to bring to the table where you can get help from the community to get those off the ground and also to keep them running as well. Officially, the Limitless Personal Development Community starts on the 1st of May 2016, but I'm looking for some very, very special people I call the early adopters or the founder members. I'm looking for people that are absolutely passionate about being the difference, who are really into personal development or want to really get going in personal development, that are going to be users of this community. Like I'm going to be a user. I'm going to experience great talks and mentoring from people. I'm going to listen to the group coaching that's being delivered, as well as being a coach and a mentor myself. People that would potentially want to be coaches, people that would potentially want to be experts, but above all, I want you to test the system. I want you to try and break the system. I want you to see what works for you in the system, and also what you'd like to add into the community as well. And we're going to start that right now. As soon as you're watching this video, we are starting right now. So for those founder members, those early adopters, I'm going to offer a 1-year membership at a highly discounted price, first and foremost. But also you can get started now. So your year will actually be a lot longer than you. Your year will actually end on the 1st of May 2017 like everyone else, and then we'll look to roll things forward. But you'll have all that time right from now until the 1st of May 2017 as your first year in the community. So if this has resonated with you, if this has got you excited, if this is something you would love to be a part of, if you would like to share this with others, and you want to develop this and make this the most amazing personal development community that could possibly be, then please follow the instructions below, and I would love to see you right now in the Limitless community. Thank you.